you will find lots of things made from plastics. Baskets, scales, bottles, cups, food mixers, and many more. Look a little deeper. There are pipes, gutters, fixtures and fittings, all of which we take for granted. This is a polythene bowl, just an ordinary bowl, like thousands of others. It's easy to forget that it didn't just happen to get made. Someone designed it, someone said what it would be made from, and someone decided how it should be made.
As they had to do before this bowl, these cups, or these sieves could be produced. But back to Vilma's bowl. This is the end of the process. A brand new polythene bowl. But let's go back to the beginning. Back to the decision, we will make washing up bowls. Now, before the first bowl appears, we have got to decide what size it will be, what shape,
What properties will it need?
what shall we make it from, how many will we need to make.
And how shall we make it?
First, to get some idea for the right size and shape of our bowl, we should do some market research. Ask our customers.
The size is easy to fix, as big as possible, but not too big for my sink. I think about 350 millimeters should be okay. I think also I prefer a round bowl. Somehow it seems right for bowls to be round. I would like a bowl 350 millimeters in diameter, please.
Ah, so we have the result of our customer research. Our bowl will be round and 350 millimeters in diameter. And what else do we need to decide about the shape of our bowl?
Well, what about the depth? It's got to be deep enough to take my washing up, but not any deeper than my sink.
And how deep's your sink, Vilma?
It's about 200 millimeters.
Right, would 100 millimeters deep be the right size for your bowl?
Oh, yes, thanks. Now you know the sort of bowl I want.
Well, not quite yet. At least we've answered the first question and started to answer the second. The right shape for our bowl would be one that will hold water, fit into Vilma's sink, and hold all her washing up. This bowl is round and the right size. Will it do? In fact, it would fit Vilma's request. But it doesn't look quite right somehow. Something is missing. What else do you need to be able to do with a bowl apart from put it in the sink and fill it with water? Yes, you want to be able to carry it with water in it, like this. Whoops!
Not a very useful bowl. Can I have one with some handles on it, please? I'd like to be able to carry it with water in it.
Like this?
That would be a lot better. But look, why not put a handle all the way round? That would be even more useful.
Ah, you mean like this? That should make the rim itself a lot stiffer, which will be good. But the bowl itself will become slightly smaller. So you see, we do have to think very carefully about our bowl. We need to know also what properties the bowl requires. Properties like toughness, lightness, unaffected by water, not forgetting low cost.
Now we are getting ready to answer the fourth question. What shall we make our bowl from? You could probably answer that question yourselves, but let us do it by stages.
We could use a metal, iron for instance, although we do know iron rusts in water.
doesn't rust, and wood is quite light.
Yes, but not very easy to mould into a bowl. Timber is fine for furniture and window frames. How about a china bowl?
Not pottery, as it breaks too easily. It's got to be lightweight, so really, plastic is the only thing left.
Now to choose which plastics material. The other property we listed was cost. Some plastics are far too expensive to use as bowls. It would be silly to choose nylon, for instance. Lightweight was something else we wanted, remember? The lightest plastics are polythene and polypropylene, and these are amongst the cheapest of plastics too. Well, we must make our choice. So let's choose polythene for our bowl.
So my bowl is beginning to take shape. We've decided how big it will be. That it will be round with a turned over rim for a handle. That it will be made from polythene. But we haven't decided how thick it will be. The thicker it is, the more it will cost. But it does have to be thick enough and strong enough to survive.
We can measure the stiffness of our polythene by using test pieces like these, and then use the result to decide how thick we want our bowl to be so as not to flop when it's full of water.
All right, we've decided on the size and shape of my bowl, and that it will be made from polythene. But how will we make it?
By injection moulding, because I think we can sell an awful lot of these bowls, which means we can afford the cost of the mould and the setting up of the machine to make them. So, we need a mould. Now the mould must be in two halves, so that it can open and the moulded bowl can be removed.
Moulding a tile by filling a simple mould with polythene powder, like this, and then melting the powder is easy to follow. Injection moulding involves injecting or squirting molten plastics into a mould. Usually, the plastics material for injection moulding is in the form of granules with the colour already mixed in.
The granules are loaded into the hopper of the machine and are carried forward by a screw. The screw rotates and pushes the plastics along the hot barrel, where it melts.
As our polythene powder melted in the oven.
This molten plastics has now to be injected into the mould.
The process is not continuous. Unlike the screw in a mincer pushing the meat out through the holes in the plate or die.
Every stage of the machine's operation, the cycle, is controlled automatically. And when the cycle is finished, the mould opens so that the finished moulding can be removed. There's a spike on the bottom of the bowl, but we cut it off. This leaves a rough patch here on the bottom of the bowl, but so that it doesn't rock about in the sink, our designer has added a couple of rings. He's in fact had to make the sides of the bowl sloping so that he can get it out of the mould. And he's also rounded the corners, which helps make the bowl a little stronger.
So our bowl is now in production.
Plastics items are made by other techniques. Bottles, for instance, by blowing air into a hot tube in a mould.
Thousands of bottles every day.
Polythene bags for packaging. How did we manage without them? Made by a continuous extrusion process, producing a flat tube of film from a giant bubble, inflated by air trapped by nip rolls at the top of the machine. Polythene bags can easily be made by heat sealing the flat tube.
Screws pushing plastics into hot barrels, molds to form the shapes. Like this comb mold, where you can see the channels by which the molten plastics can reach the mold cavities. Making things of all shapes and sizes, from bowls to boats.
A pupil's book called Introducing Craft Design and Technology, based on the series, is available from bookshops priced £3.25.